Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Supah Nerd-tendo on No Fucks Given Radio.
Select your player. Player 1, start.
You're serious, aren't you?
About what I do, yes. Not necessarily the way I do it.
The Thing. Is this dork made of orange rock like the rest of his body?
It's a different morality. Get used to it or go home.
As long as I'm not that person.
The evil one.
Well, nobody's perfect, but that's overstating it a little.
Comic book shit.
I find that answer vague and unconvincing.
Yeah, pretty obscure.
Don't you think that's plain damn weird?
Your hosts, Mr. DKB and Racer XX Cash of the Supah Smash Bros and the Unknown Factor.
Did it work?
Supah Nerd-tendo.
Enough said.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, because I'm sitting here like, Racer, we're going to go live. I don't know if the guest is here or not, but he'll fucking show up. That's what's up. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is Supah Nerd-tendo, and I fucked up. I like plus play on the intro, and I started talking to my wife and shit, and Racer, what the fuck she distracted me for?
It happens.
Rude as shit, ladies and gentlemen, but this is that official radio for all y'all who don't give a fuck, and tonight is Supah Nerd-tendo. We're hoping to have Bryan Hill in the house. He's like hard at work, man. I wonder, like you said, he was in the writing room, Racer. I'm really curious what he's writing.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with that guy. He does a lot. He got a lot of hands in the cookie jar, or different, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, to say the least, man. So real quick, that is Bryan Hill. Hopefully we're going to have him on here in just a few, ladies and gentlemen. He's just, like I said, he's got to put that pen to paper and, make fucking pretty stories for y'all to go read. Yeah, and that's the motherfucking truth of it. Apparently there's also weird bugs in my house. That's interesting, Racer.
Yeah, them bugs, they'll get you.
I'm working on it, babe.
Whatever. Sometimes you got to get bugged over here on AFGR. That's the motherfucking truth. And I'm going to say, Racer, are we really going to do it if you don't show up?
I don't know. I'm not answering that one what happens.
I mean, we kind of, but look, I think we have to say right now, we sort of gotta if you don't show up.
I'm not going to count him out until he don't miss, until he doesn't.
Who gives a fuck? Fuck
the
people out there.
I won't. Look, my wife's like, I don't even give a shit. Fuck it, man. But whatever. Postal's a dope-ass comic. I don't know what you're talking about. If you'd have read it, you'd appreciate it more, babe. But she didn't. Yeah. Also, real quick, just give a shout out that that's also being developed by Hulu as a TV series. I want Bryan Hill here.
Out right now, too, by the way. I just seen
Was he?
Local comic book store. So issue 22's out.
And for real, you can always go to topcow.com. There's a link right there on the page. You can go pick up fucking free comics and be able to, you can read that first issue of Postal, without spending without spending a dime. Yeah, and plus the shit. Oh my God, dude. I finally got that to load right, Racer. I did have to use the tablet.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's at least like 30 books on there, or 25 or something like that, at least. If you're a fan of comics, definitely check it out.
Yeah, because, there's definitely some good stories there as well. Again, I've been a fan of Top Cow, honestly, since the company was created. I remember fucking picking up the Witchblade and Darkness when they were initially coming the fuck on the shelves. Like, I remember that comic book company coming into existence. But yeah, if you look at what they're doing now, man, there's a lot of great shit. And they've really diversified what they do. Especially in the fact that they technically have two different universes now within Top Cow, don't they?
They probably have a few. They have the Edenverse, which is Matt Hawkins' verse, and then, the Image has its own universe, and Top Cow kind of has its own universe, so it depends.
Yeah, so, what I really meant by that is there's two larger universes within the Top Cow universe. That being the main Top Cow universe, Magdalene, Witchblade, Darkness, all that good shit, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. And then the Eden universe, as you stated.
Right. They had one series, which I checked out a few. I think Bryan even did some of it, but it's called Artifacts. But they added all the, all in the Top Cow universe, they had all the artifacts, the Witchblade, and then the Darkness's thing, and then, the Spirit Destiny, which Magdalene uses.
Yeah,
and then they combined everything, which I thought was kind of cool.
There were 13 artifacts total, man. I remember that. I read that whole. It was weird, though, because that was initially supposed to be a 13-part series.
Right. I think they went past that, I believe.
Oh, yeah, no, they turned it into, a fucking ongoing comic book. I'm pretty sure it is still running. They just dropped the 40th issue of Artifacts. It's funny that you bring up that series, though, because I know our top 5, which we'll get more in-depth on later, ladies and gentlemen, is death in comic books. And it's funny, because one of my choices comes from Artifacts.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it really does. Because that was a dope series.
Top Cow's always been one of my favorites. If not, at one point, it was my favorite company for like a good 5-10 years, and I still like them a lot, but at one point I tried to get a lot of their stuff from Fathom to pretty much anything after 89. Like, they had a lot of good stuff. Cyberforce has always been popular.
See, and I don't know, maybe this speaks to my character.
Too, which was a good property to have. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good, man. Well, maybe it speaks to my character, but I was always a fan of Jackie Estacado and The Darkness. Now, also, that was written by Garth Ennis, initially, anyways. And, I mean, I love all Ennis's work. That's just flat.
Ennis is my favorite writer of all time.
We share that in common, Racer, because I really, like, if we got a name favorite, like, you're going to make me do top 5 favorite writers one day. I'm going to fucking want to kill you for it, just so you know. I love you, dog. But I'm going to be like, you'll make me pick my fucking top 5 favorite? That is rude. Because I could give you my top 1, flat out. It is Ennis. I've never read anything by him that I wasn't like, that was fucking dope in at least some capacity.
I've read some stuff, but, I mean, there's not going to, like, every book's not going to be the greatest book. I've read some stuff by him that wasn't bad, but it's just like, I don't understand why they gave him that job, or maybe it was his pitch or whatever, but, you know, but for the most part, like, Ennis does just nothing but violence. He does it well.
Oh, yeah. That's why it was great when they signed him on to Marvel, to The Punisher.
Right, yeah.
That was
I have
like
the entire original Punisher Max run.
Oh, no, dude, can I ask, did you read the Bourne miniseries that he did for The Punisher?
I have at least one issue, but I know it's when he was in Vietnam or whatnot.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's the same thing as the Punisher Max, probably just back in the day.
No,
I didn't read the... Go ahead.
The Punisher, the Bourne series, man, with the Punisher in it, it actually, they showed and they put him in a situation in Vietnam where it's fucked, and it was like, hey, dude, you're fucking dead. You're dead. You're gonna fucking die. And ostensibly, there's a voice talking to him. You are never told who this voice is or what it is, but there is a voice talking to Frank Castle, right? This whole time in Vietnam. And when it finally gets down to the point where it's like him and his buddy just got his fucking head blown off, the voice is like, hey, listen, I can, like, you'll get out of this, but you'll lose something because of it. Like, but I can get you out of this. All you have to do is say yes. Yeah. Right. So it kind of explained why the Punisher was as invulnerable as he is throughout the Marvel Universe. Because the motherfucker made a deal with what, as far as I could tell, was ostensibly death.
That's not really continuity as in Marvel, though. It's just like its own. Marvel Max is totally separate. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think that added a nice little piece to the
I get you.
Yeah, you know? Because, look, man, like, come on, Racer, you could not go and do what the Punisher does and not be dead within a year. I don't give a shit how much of a badass you are.
You ever read how he killed the Marvel Universe? I have that. It's actually worth some money now, but it's pretty nutty. He just goes around killing everybody.
Oh, and he, like, shoves... Yeah, because you don't kill Wolverine like that. I fucking protest that right there.
No, well, yeah. I mean, that's the theory. That's everything with comic books, though. Like, I can have the Hulk beat the... Nick Fury beat the Hulk. It's just who the writer just has a story to tell. He's got to write. I understand what you're saying, though, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, that was the one thing that bothered me about it, was like how he took out fucking Wolverine. And he just shoved him against a big ass fucking electrical grid ostensibly and fried him.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
I've seen Wolverine die 1,000 times, like in comic books. So, I mean, they all kind of blend together, you know, from what ifs or whatnot, you know, or... But I did thought, like, Marvel got you did see what they're doing with the Punisher now? I thought it was kind of interesting. Not that I pay attention close to Marvel anymore, but they're making him the new War Machine.
That could be interesting.
I mean, yeah, I'm hit and miss with Marvel. I mean, I hear some cool ideas, but at the same time, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with their whole universe. Like, I don't even, like, I could tell you everything going on. I have no clue anymore. I'm just like, I have no clue. Like, they basically threw every universe together in like a trash can and pulled out shit. And like, okay, now this guy's with this guy now. And you're like, what?
Yeah, that's like Morales from the Ultimate Universe is now in the regular 616, which don't make fucking sense.
I don't even think there is a 616 anymore. Is what I'm saying. Like they just combined. Like they had a thing called Secret Wars, where they combined like every universe was a continent on a map, and then they'd have other like Doctor Doom ended up being having the power. Like he ended up getting the power. He was like in control of everything from somehow I can't remember. But like Thors were the police force, so there'd be like a Storm that was a Thor, and like just different. I mean. It was so fucking crazy. Like there was the Ultimate Universe had its own island, and then like the Squadron Supreme, which is like the ripoff of DC's people, they had their own universe, and then like the Marvel Zombie Universe was fighting the Age of Ultron universe, where like the Age of Ultron in that series where like Ultron took over everything versus the Marvel Zombie Universe where everybody was a zombie. They just kind of I don't know what their plan was to throw everything together. Like you don't have to have them all and sit and talking to each other. Like they can still, I enjoyed Ultimate Comics because it was in its own universe instead of like combining it with whatever they're supposedly putting Wolverine's son from the Ultimate Universe in the new X-Men or something. I'm just like, what's the point? You already got X-23 and then Old Man Logan. I don't even know what's going on. It's just like, what are you doing? There's no Wolverine anymore, but there's Old Man Logan, and then there's X-23, and then there's Dakin, which is his son, in the 616 universe, and then there's James Hallett Jr., which is in the Ultimate Universe. He's supposedly coming in. I'm just like, I don't know anybody who knows what's going on really anymore. It's kind of weird.
No, and man, like, you say Secret Wars, and look, when I think Secret Wars, I think of the one that came out in
they've done 3 Secret Wars since then. They've done the original 1984 Secret Wars, and there was Secret Wars 2, and then there was one called Secret Wars where Nick Fury took a whole bunch of heroes in the Latveria, Doctor Doom's place, and assassinated somebody or tried to assassinate somebody, and then it was a secret war because it was off the record, and then so all these villains went after those dudes. They ended up shooting Luke Cage, and no one could operate on him because his skin was so steel, they couldn't figure out a way to cut him open and save his life. But then 2 years ago there were Secret Wars again. There's been 4 Secret Wars. You need to at least call them. Yeah, it's real stupid. They all look different, but if you just say Secret Wars, you're naturally going to assume the original Secret Wars. But yeah, they had a Secret Wars again. There's been multiple Secret Wars.
Man, that and I agree with you. That's really odd, dude. That's how they did Civil War 2. I think they shouldn't have named that something different. It's like you said. I think
they were just copying off of the movie, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, me and you actually had that conversation.
All those movies should never copy the fucking names of the titles. Age of Ultron was nothing like Age of Ultron. Civil War was nothing like Civil War. Old Man Logan, it was called Logan now or whatever. It was called Old Man Logan. They were going to rip it completely off if they could, but they couldn't because they didn't have the character rights. But don't call it something. If you're going to call something the X-Men, that's cool, but don't be like Days of Future Past, and it's not. It's nowhere near Days of Future Past. You gotta call it something different.
But I see your point in that. But at the same time, man, they can't be 100% true to the comics and the films. It's just you said
that's what I'm saying. Create a new story. Don't use the title of another. It's making a movie called The Bible, and that's the only thing that's relevant about it. I can make a Bible with dinosaurs and laser and fucking Jesus on a motorcycle.
You just gave me a brilliant fucking idea for a movie, Racer, just so you know.
You can't take my idea. I've had that idea for a while. But
well, then let's run with it, man. Produced by No Fucks Given Radio. The Bible.
But you see my point? You see my point?
Yeah.
You can't just take a title of a book called,
But in the case of the Civil War, man, they took a lot of pieces from the story. And obviously they couldn't take it all because they don't even
ready to get on.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Well, but obviously they couldn't take it all because they don't even have the fucking rights, to all that shit. And that's just the fucking truth of it, and that's a goddamn bitch. But all I got to say about that, ladies and gentlemen, is, sometimes just stop. Take a look. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is Stoplight City by them Supah Smash Bros. Yeah, and we'll be right back. Supah Nerd-tendo.
spray. I shred them with my wordplay. Hit Cook McDougal's when I'm feeling kinda thirsty. Thursday, all the way to Wednesday. Drop another mixtape in about 10 days. Engrave the city on my nameplate. Power moves, trying to make the day great. Game changing, purple haze exchanging. Wicked worldwide, everybody blazing. Phasing, excess cash is racing. Stoplight city, everybody be chasing. First place, chilling with the pit crew. I met this chick and I love what her lips do. Slip through, never was an issue. We killed the game, so here, take a tissue. We be riding, north side and stoplight city. All the lights be blinding. We sliding, brighter than a diamond. SLC, we always be shining. We be riding, north side and stoplight city. All the lights be blinding. We sliding, brighter than a diamond. SLC, we always be shining.
I'm talking about shows, I'm talking about smoke and dro. I'm talking about hoes, I'm talking about coke and mo. Stoplight city, we might get shot like Nitty. I'm a killer's in me, the killer's in me. Most of my killers be going off Remy. Do you feel me, G's? Try to steal these beats, try to kill me, please. While I feel these sweets full of leaves. You can feel the breeze, but this a heater, 9mm, and it sting like ether. I'm just a creature on a feature, and it's nice to meet ya. I'm talking at North, I'm talking at Epperson. I'm talking at Maine, I'm talking at Washington. In the sycamore swerve, so I don't kill the hoe. I'm still up hoe, feeling low. Checks at the liquor store. I'm blowing loud all over town while I float on clouds. It's going down, north style, boy, you know the sound. This a dirty one, ride 31 with a purple blunt while I swerve and stunt, surfing bump, going turn me up.
We be riding, north side and stoplight city. All the lights be blinding. We sliding, brighter than a diamond. SLC, we always be shining. We be riding, north side and stoplight city. All the lights be blinding. We sliding, brighter than a diamond. SLC, we always be shining.
Oh shit! What the fuck's going on?
What the fuck is that? Up in the sky.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Ah, shit. These goddamn aliens are trying to eat my broadcast again.
So as they say in Canada,
Tune in to Aliens Ate My Broadcast every third Tuesday.
I mean, there must be some way.
Fuck it. Yeah, we don't give a shit.
Shut up! Shut up!
We just might get into some crazy shit.
Conspiracy theory, anarchist, fucking antichrist.
We better think of something.
Yeah, that'd be even better.
We better think of a way.
Your host, Mr. DKB, and myself, the Unknown Factor.
you're both pieces of shit. Yeah, I can prove it mathematically.
Try and catch Nessie with us. Fuck, we might even find Bigfoot or some shit.
Does evil exist? And if so, can one detect and measure it? Rhetorical question, Morty.
I'm just going off on rants. I love it.
The answer's yes, you just have to be a genius.
Numbers, man. It's all about fucking numbers. Everything adds up.
Right here.
I'm no fucks giving radio.
God damn it. Stop eating my broadcast.
Peace out.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Human side of me, can't help it that I bring nothing but this beast. But you all killed my other half long ago. Fuck it, anyway, who needs a soul? As long as I got her, I won't lose control. So don't fuck with her, or I'll let this beast go. Sheeps, she-dogs, you all speak of these things. Snakes, wolves, in the end you're all the same. Me? I refuse to be labeled, I'm the unknown. Don't need a stable, just my human side. Rolling by my side, and let it be known my girl is down to ride. Ain't got no guns, don't like that homicide. All I do is bring a bunch of fucking knives. You wanna fuck with me, you're gonna have to realize it's business or my demon side.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why right now. You wanna know why? Huh? Yeah.
I'm white, is the human side of me. Can't help it that I bring nothing but this beast. Cause my white is the human side of me. All I wanna do is find some relief. But my white is the human side of me. All I seem to do is spread a bunch of grief. But my white is the human side of me. Maybe with her I can find peace. But I can't, fuck it, chaos will do. I thrive in that shit. How about you? It's not the path that I chose, just the one that I found. After everyone else had nailed their doors down. Show me how I didn't know why, but seeing what was behind my eye. They knew it before even I did. That's why they all looked at me weird as a kid. So fuck it, I'll make my own path. With a light, there's a ours, there's no turning back. She's my human side, the thing that makes me complete. Without her, I'd probably just be right me. Thinking image that you got preconceived, shatter it like you tried to, my fucking dream. And it's okay, go ahead, bring the insanity. You'll find out it only brings the best in me. I'm white, is the human side of me. Can't help it that I bring nothing but this beast. Cause my white is the human side of me. All I wanna do is find some relief. But my white is the human side of me. All I seem to do is spread a bunch of grief. But my white is the human side of me. Maybe with her I can find peace.
Violent content. Parental discretion is advised.
Everyone I've ever had the pleasure to meet, I've envisioned at least hanging up by their feet. Open the carotid, let the blood drain out. Lay back, let it pour in my mouth. It's the essence of life, and I need you to bleed. Sorry, but truly, fuck your knees. Begging, pleading for my human side. Sorry, man, she's staying at home tonight. It's you, me, the thing in my head. Guess which one of us wants you dead? The factor, maybe the unknown, maybe someone way too far gone. It's fun to be had, no matter who does it. Human side tries to steer me clear of it. The one that tells me I need to chill, when she sees my hand going to the steel. White is the human side of me. Can't help it that I bring nothing but this beast. Cause my white is the human side of me. All I wanna do is find some relief. But my white is the human side of me. All I seem to do is spread a bunch of grief. But my white is the human side of me. Maybe with her I can find peace.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Yeah, no fucks given radio. That's right. That official radio for y'all who don't give a fuck. Man, I know we'll have Bryan Hill with us in about, what, 8, 9? Oh, shit. Look at that. Mr. Hill.
Okay, I'm ready now. I'm officially ready. Can you hear me?
Hell yeah.
I hear you.
Man, that was like
Okay,
incredible timing on his part, Racer.
It's true.
Like,
He's
it
got a
really
gift.
was. It really was.
Yeah,
Mr. Hill.
Sorry about that, fellas. I just got out of the writer's room on Titans, so I had to just clean up a couple last-minute things. But I am here with you now. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for being a part of this.
Hell yeah, man. It's a
Excellent, yeah.
pleasure to have you. It is. And shout out to Racer.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, Racer right here booking mad sick guests, man. Getting Bryan Hill in the house, man. Man, I just want to dive into your brain because, look, I unfortunately have not read anything of Postal but the first issue. I did read the first issue today. I want to read the
That's all
rest. I want to read the rest, Brian. Damn. Like,
it gets more intense from there. Like, the first issue is like a little kind of snack piece. That's like a 2-piece and a biscuit. But the dinner meal gets served a little bit later. So, it'll keep giving it to you.
Now, let me see if I'm right, because I was looking at TopCow.com earlier. Y'all need to head over to Top Cow Productions. Like I said, me and Race was talking earlier. They got all kinds of free comics. You can check previews of all kinds of work there.
It's true. A lot of free
Bryan.
stuff on Top Cow. Go there, TopCow.com. They got you in the comments.
Yeah, just Google that shit, ladies and gentlemen. You ain't got to type it in. Top Cow, it'll pop right up. I promise. I've done it plenty, right? But I got into... Shit, I lost my fucking point because I was trying to promo Top Cow too hard.
Yeah, Postal 22 is out today at your local comic store, so check it out.
That's true. Postal 22. Go out and get it. Get some small town crime. Get some sex. Get some violence. We got you.
Hell yeah. Look, Racer's got me, though, reminding me what the fuck I was talking about, because I'm pretty sure it was issue 23. Man, the cover of that enticed me. Why do you have a head in a mailbox?
Oh, well, okay, so Postal, for those who don't know, is the story of a small town off the grid whose residents are all criminals or they're fugitives, right? So the town is run by a mayor, and she is pretty cruel, and her son, Mark, is the postman of the town. But he's also a guy that's got Asperger's. So he's a little isolated, he's a little internal, but because he sees things differently than other people, he can solve problems for the town. So it's, sort of like a murder mystery kind of crime thriller sort of deal. So the head in the mailbox is, kind of a statement about the two worlds of Mark the protagonist coming together at the same time. Like, one part is like he's the guy that delivers the mail, and the other part is he's the guy that tells you who cut somebody's head off. And heads do get cut off in Postal. I'm not lying to you. We cut some heads off. Like, it's real. So, we do go there. And that's been kind of like the visual style of the book. It's been this sort of twist on Norman Rockwell, on these ideas of Americana, these ideas of some classic American imagery, and how you can take that and turn it upside down in its head.
Very cool, very cool.
Hell yeah, man. Look, that's dope. And I got to get into this more because I'm assuming, Brian, you got more information than Matt Hawkins does because it's your product. You might not, since he's the fucking president of Top Cow, though. I don't know. But I know for a fact that shit's getting developed for Hulu.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't talk too much about it, but what I can confirm... I just can't do it,
You just hurt my feelings so bad right off the bat, Brian.
They got signed contracts and stuff, man.
You can't get this far in Hollywood without being able to keep secrets. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
good point. It's a good point.
It comes with the territory. But what I can tell you is it was picked up by Hulu to be developed as a show, and things are moving forward nicely from what I understand. I've seen some of the material that's been developed, and it's pretty good. So just, kind of stay tuned. I mean, if you want real updates when I can give them, follow me on Twitter at Bryan with a Y, at Bryan Edward Hill on Twitter. And as soon as I'm allowed to share anything about anything I'm working on, I usually put it out there.
Very cool.
But yeah, Hulu is definitely, they're definitely doing something with it. And we'll see how that goes in the near to medium future.
See, I definitely look
forward to checking that out.
Yeah, I do as well. Because correct me if I'm wrong, because I know Netflix has done quite a few things with comic book properties. Obviously, with Marvel, with the Defenders and Luke Cage, all of that. Mm-hmm. Is this Hulu's first time reaching into that bucket?
You know what? I can't be sure, right? Because networks are picking up IPs, intellectual properties, all the time. So I can't tell you if this is their first. I mean, this might be the first comic book property they've picked up, but there could be other ones they picked up afterwards. I don't really know for sure. I mean, my guess is they've picked up some other comics too, and maybe we just haven't heard about the announcements. I mean, the truth of it is, right now, comic book properties are being looked at by a lot of adaptation entities, whether it's networks or streaming services, what have you. So a lot of them are getting snapped up and adapted. That's just kind of where the new stories are coming from these days. So it's a pretty good time to be a comic book creator in that sense, for sure. But yeah, Hulu hasn't really left a footprint in the comic book space, so it's interesting to see them kind of go about it. And Postal is not like your average comic book. I mean, it's, you know, one part True Detective, one part Twin Peaks. You know, it's definitely got that cable series vibe to it. So it might be a little closer to what they natively understand than something like, you know, Batman, right? Or something like that, where they might not have the automatic understanding of how to execute those stories.
Well, and
Definitely
me personally,
a good cliffhanger medium, like for TV shows and comics.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's little things, you know, like the things you don't think about. Like, if you were doing like a Captain America show or something, for instance, you'd have to figure out like a Captain America costume, Captain America shield, like, you know, like all the stuff that you sort of take for granted, they would have to figure out. So Postal, you don't really have to deal with any of that design stuff. I mean, a tree is just a tree. You don't have to design it. I mean, I guess you could design a tree if you want to be really picky about it. But like a mailbox is just a mailbox. So even though it's a comic, it's done more in a style that they already have the infrastructure to deal with.
But wait, Brian, you can't tell me you ain't never gotten an artist sketch back and been like, man, that mailbox ain't the way I want it to be.
No, I mean, I'll tell you what. I have worked with artists, and it was a nightmare. You know, I've done some projects like that it was pretty rough. But Isaac, the guy who draws Postal, he and I, we have a shorthand by now. Like, the scripts I write now are just basically grunts. You know, I'm just like, and then the thing, and he's like, yeah, I got it. And then he just draws. So, and, you know, and Isaac's got a very cinematic style. He's a fan of the same films I am. You know, we look at the same kind of fine art. And it's a nice relationship. But I'll tell you, you're not guaranteed to get that, you know, in comics. Like, a lot of times, you'll wind up working with somebody, you don't particularly like the way they see the world. But they're the person you're stuck with. So, you know, you get this kind of, sometimes the conflict of styles can actually yield a cool book. Even if you don't personally like it, it might have an energy. It's like two actors in a movie that hate each other. Sometimes a movie is awesome, even if the actors hate each other.
Right.
Because the energy just cracks. And then sometimes that kind of conflict just makes it all fall apart. You just never know.
That's a good point.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And real quick, I just got to point out, I did a bit of Googling real quick, and I do see that Hulu has also apparently picked up Runaways from Marvel. But fuck that shit. I'm for real. Fuck that shit. Well, no. Dude, there's been so much superhero shit, though. I mean, let's be real honest. Like
hey,
when it comes to comic
everybody.
properties.
I'm a creature of love. I'm throwing no shots at the Runaways.
Oh, well, no. I don't mean to throw shots in that, because I'll totally check that shit out, too. But just to me personally, man, and this probably has a lot to do with the fact that I'm an avid Top Cow fan. I've been a Top Cow fan since Top Cow was a fucking company. And I stated that several times on this show. I'll probably state that shit again, whatever. But just to see those properties, because I think Top Cow, when it came about from Image, it took a different route than most comic book companies did. And I like that in the perspective it's taken. And it's evolved a great deal in the decade-plus history. I'm honestly not sure how long Top Cow's been around. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, for sure.
25 years,
right? Like, yeah, I mean, Top Cow distinguished itself by taking some elements from mainstream comics and then, you know, kind of executing them in ways that you didn't really see before. So there's certainly more risk, you know, in those stories than you're going to find in the average Marvel story. That's because Marvel is an economy, you know, at this point. Like, they're more than a company that makes comics or even television shows. I mean, they are a billion-dollar economy.
They're Disney, Brian. Let's be honest. They're fucking Disney.
Still an economy, though.
And I'm I'm not saying anything negative about Disney so that, you know, Disney will come down and shut down your podcast. But, because,
man, Walt probably could, too.
Like
yeah, he probably could. Even from the dead. That motherfucker would shut my radio down. Like, wait, asshole, I had a whole...
They come on here like Robert Mueller looking for Russians, man. They just come on. They find you. They'd be like, where the Russians at? Let me take all these computers, too. Yeah, let's get the computers. But yeah, it's. I know as fans we kind of watch the stuff we like, but then it sort of fits into a larger economic ecosystem. And when you're lucky, inside that ecosystem, you get to express yourself honestly, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But the good thing in general is that these stories keep doing well, so we get more of these stories, and every time we get one, we get an opportunity to do something great.
Well, can I say real quick, everybody needs to go out and check that fucking first issue of Postal. You can pick it up, like I said, you can go read that shit right off top. Yeah,
I think it's like free on the website. Yeah. Just go to the website, and he just has it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can check that out for free. And if that don't get you hyped for this fucking Hulu series, just reading that first comic and making you go, where the fuck's Bryan gonna take this? Because, Bryan, I really want these graphic novels. I really want to know where the hell you took that story. I take
it to some weird places because I'm into a lot of weird shit.
I love it already.
So, because I'm interested in because Postal is sort of like my mood ring, right? Postal is really a direct reflection of whatever I'm thinking about the month I'm writing that issue. So, it goes places, and I keep it within the confines of the story, but in a lot of ways, Postal is my most honest work, because it is so much just an exploration of whatever is on my mind at the time. I think it makes it unpredictable, too, because I'm reacting to the world and then putting that in the script, and, I can't control what the world does, so it never really gets stale because it's evolving the same way I'm evolving.
Right.
Man, that's just crazy to think of. So I'm curious then, man, let's just ask right off the bat, Bryan, what made you want to get into this industry in the first place?
Well, when I was a kid, I was into genre. Well, honestly, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an FBI agent, and I thought I was going to catch serial killers. And my mom was like, "Nah, can you do something where you don't have a gun?" I was like, well, I like telling stories. She's like, fine, do that. Tell some stories. That's fine. Tell some stories. So I went to film school, be a filmmaker. Went to NYU. And came out of there. And I didn't know how to get a job as a filmmaker because nobody tells you because they don't know how. So I was just roaming around New York, and writing was cheaper than making movies, so I was doing a lot of writing. And I fell in with some comic book guys. And I'd read comics growing up, but I had no idea how to break into the business of it. But these guys were guys that they were artists, and they were also kind of getting their first jobs. This is like when Afua, Richardson, Chris DeBari, Nelson Blake, Damian Scott. Damian was already working, but he was in that crew. LaShawn Thomas was in that crew. Chris Cross was in that crew. Chris Sotomayor, the colorist, he was in there. So these are all like kind of fellas that were moving into comics at the same time, and they introduced me to some editors, and then from there, while I was writing screenplays, and I managed to sell a few screenplays, and that was cool. I just started, talking to Matt, met him randomly, and then we sort of figured out a comic book thing that we could work on, and that's kind of how that went. So it evolved pretty naturally, kind of out of that. So when people ask me, like, how do you get into comics? I'm like, man, I just kind of kept writing things and sharing them with people for like 8 years and eventually cracked. Not much of a plan, Right. Maybe that's not a plan to execute, or at least start the plan early, But that's kind of how I got it done.
Well, man, you bring up the other scripts you've written, and in doing some research with you, for this interview, Bryan, I came across a very interesting piece of information, because I watch Ash versus the Evil Dead, and I'd never seen your fucking name on it, but apparently you are highly associated with this?
Oh, well, I wrote season 3, which hasn't aired yet. Wow. So, yeah, I just wrapped up the season 3 work January of this year. So, I don't know when the first episode airs. It might have aired already. I don't know. But
if it did, I missed it. Yeah, if it did, I missed it, and I'm fucking very upset about that. I dig Evil Dead shit, like whether it's Army of Darkness, the comics Dynamite.
I know this. I don't think season 3 has broadcast yet. If it has broadcast, it hasn't broadcast in its entirety.
Oh no!
So I'm sure. I think it's like later on in the fall. And
usually wait till October, I think.
Yeah, when those episodes start, that's my stuff, and I think I'm the 8th or 9th episode of that season.
Very cool.
Can you reveal any details, man? Because in finding this, what I found was an interview from Bruce Campbell, And he was going into the fact that apparently during this season of Ash vs. Evil Dead, they're going to go far more into the fact of, Ash is the chosen one, which I'd say is far more what the comics went into from Dynamite as far as with the whole story. Can you give us any details?
No, but
I'm gonna get a lot of no's from Bryan. I already feel it. Like,
they sign agreements, man. They can't give up details till the stuff airs.
I gotta try though, Racer.
Yeah, but it's kind of.
I appreciate the details. No, I can't cough it up, but yeah, I mean, we're definitely exploring like some mythological aspects of Ash, and I think it's a cool story. I'll be honest, I don't ever really track down the stuff I've worked on, right? So I don't even know when a lot of this stuff goes because I'm just not that dude. I tend not to watch my own work. I tend not to read my own work.
Right.
I just kind of work on it while I'm working on it and move on, to the next thing and let people
it takes
enjoy
like a
it.
whole year. Sometimes it takes a year for you to see
it. I just try to commit while I'm there as much as I can to something, and then kind of move on to the next thing. So haven't really tracked it, but yeah, the story was a cool story, and it's I think there would be some good episodes, and we definitely tried to keep the fans of Ash vs. Evil Dead in mind while we were working, and it was a really great experience to work on the show. So I appreciated that, and hopefully fans will dig it. I'm a big fan of real horror, scary horror. And I think some of those moments show up in the show. It doesn't pull a lot of punches. It kind of goes back for that gut punch feeling of the underground horror film, and that's sort of where I think Evil Dead needs to live.
Yeah.
And so that's what fans have in store for them.
Hell yeah, man. I know my co-host of the Freaky Fucked Up Fear Hour, Chuckles, would definitely agree with that shit as far as the original horror. But let me just ask, because I know you can't get into no specifics, Bryan, as much as I want you to. You can't. I get it. Contracts is a bitch, right? I want to know, did you read any of the Army of Darkness comics when they were coming out?
When they were coming out, I'm not really fluent in them because we didn't really refer to them very much, but yeah, when they were coming out, I certainly read a few.
So, let me just ask, does it have that kind of vibe with this season 3 to where they are getting into more like, I'm the fucking chosen one with Ash and shit?
I'd probably say it's got more of an Evil Dead 2 vibe, right? Like, that's kind of what we were using as a guiding force, was the second Evil Dead film. So it feels more like that, I think, than some of those later comics. Not that I have any issues with them, but that's really what we were referring to, is how can we make the show feel more like this?
Look, you might not keep track of your product and what the fuck you put out, Bryan, but I promise I am going forward. Damn, man, you got some shit coming out.
Oh yeah, well, watch it and holler at me on social media, man. I really appreciate. I leave my my DMs open, so anyone can tweet me. Sometimes I get some craziness, but most of the time it's just cool people who read something, right? Appreciate that, and I like hearing from people. It's when you're struggling to tell stories for a living, all you really want to do is be able to share your work with people. Just to get people to take a look at, to read, whatever. So to be in situations where I can write things that people watch, I can write things that people read, and they spend their money on them, that's the real reward of it, is that people thought that your work was worth their time and money. And so when people reach out to me on social media, I'm happy to talk to them about whatever. I try to keep the conversations open. It's just, if you obsess over your past work too much, it can kind of keep you from making future choices. And it can kind of, you get obsessed over whether it was well received or badly received in the critical sense. It can hem you up a little bit. And I'm a big believer in, you just got to keep putting out records.
Hey, look, you said the word, man, records. So I'm curious then, because through this interview, or through the interviews we've conducted over here at Supah Nerd-tendo, I've noticed there are more similarities between the music industry and the comic book industry than I would have ever fucking thought. Like, really, the similarities are kind of mind-baffling.
Very similar.
Yeah. So, now I'm curious, man, you say you don't keep track of your previous work, which is understandable, because, look, I couldn't tell you half the shit about half the interviews that I've fucking done on this radio, and that's fine, because there's been a lot. So, I respect that. But as a musician, when you're going in to do that, man, I feel like you have to know your tracks, especially if you're going out to perform. I'm just curious, man. What's your opinion of that aspect as a musician, knowing that you have to keep certain old shit in your head? Do you think that has an effect?
Well, I mean, it's you. Sometimes you go back and you refer to your work because you're trying to see like how you handled something, like how you did something, whether it's a song or a script or a book or whatever it is, right? And and I mess around with music every now and then, and I do it kind of as just like a pure art thing, because I don't try to sell it, I just kind of put it out there. I shoot like little films for it. So it's just pure self-expression. So there is a value in going back to your old stuff, for sure. Sometimes you need a little distance, though. So, like going back to watch something you did, a few months ago might not be that helpful. Maybe you need like a year and a half so you can take a look at it with truly fresh eyes, and then look at it and say, okay, all right, I see what I'm doing. What I do try to do is think about the patterns in my work. Like, what are the ideas that I seem to gravitate to? What are the kind of characters I seem to gravitate to? What are the kind of the thoughts and the meanings of things? And try to do that stuff actively. So yeah, so I am like kind of digging back into it, but it's really instead of me just kind of reading my own stuff to get like an ego boost out of like, oh, I'm just gonna read my own shit. It's more like, let me see how I handled this stuff in here. And let me compare that to where I am now and see how my past work can inform me. And a lot of times you start thinking about things you just know you didn't get done. Like you might have got some stuff done in a piece of material, but you're like, man, that love story could have been better, or that fight scene could have been tighter, or that could have been scarier. So a lot of it is me just thinking about what I failed to do in previous work and then doing more work that succeeds at that. Like saying, I'm going to draw a red circle around this thing I failed at, and the next thing I do, I'm going to hit that hard.
Well, then
right?
can I say,
sure
real quickly, then Bryan, it's not a failure because you learned from it. Therefore, it's just a mistake.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. Like, like when I say a failure, I mean like it didn't achieve what I wanted it to achieve. That's probably a better way for me to phrase it. So, some battles you fight again because like, yeah, you know what, I can do more with that. Or maybe I learned something from fighting that battle, but now I would do it in an even more hype way because of what I learned. Like, it's that kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm not like an actor who can't watch their own performance. I'm just a person that tries to balance the influence of the past on his future, right? So, like, I delve into it enough, but not enough to kind of dominate where I'm trying to go, but get from it what I need. Right.
Well, hell yeah, man. Can I say, you got a fucking bright-looking future at this point, Bryan. For real, you got that Ash vs. Evil Dead you're working on. You've got your fucking a series that you created, man, in Postal, getting ready to be developed for a show. And
done Romulus and a few other comics too.
Yeah, the comics thing has been really well, and currently I'm writing on Titans, that DC Comics live action show. It's coming out next year. So I'm on that show. I got Michael Cray coming out with DC Comics this year. That's going. That's like a spinoff of the Wildstorm. Working with Warren Ellis on that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got stuff. Yeah, so,
nice.
Can you get into? I've been very, very fortunate.
Can you get into any more of the Titans and what you got going on there?
Oh Lord, hell no.
Racer, I told you he was going to tell me no a lot.
I can't
asking
tell you
the same
anything more
question.
than my Twitter handle. If it's you kidding me? No. They send assassins after me, man. They would send ninjas with Uzis.
Yeah,
don't send no ninjas with Uzis after Bryan Hill. I'm trying to see him create more Postal. I got shit to read, but I think we might have Mr. DKB in the motherfucking house.
I'm here. What's up, guys?
Yeah. This is the other host of this Supah Nerd-tendo shit, man.
Right on. Well, I have to go in a second, man. I didn't want to miss you, but
well then,
young
Bryan
have to keep it moving.
You got to bug Bryan with a question.
In these streets.
You got a DKB. You got a question for Bryan, real quick?
Oh no, because I don't know what you guys have covered.
Fair enough, man. That's fair enough. Totally. How about you, Racer?
Yeah, just maybe talk about what it's like to do like Just Cause 2 adaptation, because that's a video game. I mean,
Well, the producer of that is a guy named Adrian Iscariot, who is a good friend of mine. He actually is on a horror movie that I just recently sold to ArcLight. So, not ArcLight, Voltage. So he don't know. Now, the Just Cause they're making, I don't think that's really based on my script, because it went through a lot of changes after I left the project.
Right.
But, adaptation is, you try to get the spirit of the thing. You can't adapt the thing literally, but you can get the spirit of the thing. And with
I'm
gaming,
sure it's kind of hard with video games because it's got like a longer story than a 2-hour movie or whatnot.
Yeah, well, you can't adapt the story like 1-to-1. That's not going to happen. What you got to do is think about what the major beats of the turn those into a script and try to keep the feeling of the story, right?
Right.
So, like, if I was going to do Destiny as a movie, I wouldn't think about adapting all 500 hours of Destiny 2 y'all go play. What I think about is like, okay, how can I get a great story out of a raid? What kind of narrative can I tell about this raid? And it wouldn't be a story where at the end of it the universe is saved, but it might be a story where you felt about going on an adventure. And that's like the choices you have to make. And because I play games and I write stories, I kind of uniquely understand how this stuff works. So those adaptation things are fun to do. And Adrian's a really good producer who really cares about that material. So that movie is going to be a dope movie. I'm sure of it. Yeah, that was fun. All right, fellas, I have to bounce because I got to keep the blocks on lock.
Well, in that case, look, real quick, man, Bryan, I just got to say then, I understand, because shit, motherfuckers got to be stacking up, by Mr. DKB. Check it out. We'll be right back with Supah Nerd-tendo. Myself, Mr. DKB, and Racer Access Cash. You got to go through a couple things. But, Bryan, Hill, motherfucking Top Cow, check that shit out. DC doing all kinds of shit. Ash vs. Evil Dead. Postal coming up on Hulu. Make sure you check that shit out, ladies and gentlemen, because look, go for the Top Cow. If you read that first issue of Postal and you don't tell me that show's gonna be dope, I'm gonna tell you a motherfucking liar. But this is Bryan Hill, Supah Nerd-tendo, and he be stacking up, by Mr. DKB. We'll be right back. Supah Nerd-tendo.
Hey.
That tree service, so much money that it's making me nervous. I'm about to make me a purchase, riding dirty underground like the dirtiest. So hell yeah, I'ma keep it real, stacking up them damn bills, stay on smash like anvils. I'm on the grind, boy, I never stand still. Level up, no pain pills, good music, my jams is. My trunk rattling, the shit bang. Riding around the city with that big frame. In Switzerland at the big bank. I know you smell the loud, boy, that shit's dang. I'm by my green like the Celtics. Pocket full of cash, that's that real-ish. I want it all, yeah, I'm selfish. Addicted to that money, I can't help it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. No Fucks Given Radio. I don't even know what y'all was listening to then. We had to talk to Bryan and shit real quick, because that's what the fuck we do over here. Supah Nerd-tendo shit. Yeah, but look, we finally got DKB up in the motherfucking house. What's up, DK?
No. What
yeah.
up,
I don't know, man. We got this whole versus shit and this whole top 5 shit we do, and we ain't got to that shit yet because, Bryan had shit to do, because Bryan's busy as fuck, man. Holy shit. Thought I was busy.
Good energy, what I caught.
I thought I was busy. Bryan Hill comes on, and I'm like, never mind. I guess I'm not busy. Shit.
Step up your game. Bryan Hill game.
Apparently, I need to get to that Bryan Hill level of doing shit. Yeah, that's just the truth, man. Don't make me give you more work, DKB. It got real silent. DKB's like, fuck you, fat
what? Sorry.
You fucking asshole.
I want to do more work.
I'm spacing out. What?
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what's up, though. This is Supah Nerd-tendo. That was Bryan Hill on the line. Like I said, man, you check out everything that motherfucker did. Holy shit. I don't even know if I could run through the list from he's working on that Ash vs. Evil Dead. He's going to be writing one of the episodes on season 3. He's got Postal, which you can pick up. Just dropped episode 22 today, as Racer told y'all earlier. You got 23, 24 coming up soon. You got a series from Hulu based on Postal coming up. You got everything else he does, man. Look, just go Google his name.
Craig.
And Michael Craig from the
Deathblow.
Man.
He said something Titan, that Titan show from DC.
Yeah, he's getting ready to work on that Titan show. I'm actually, man, I hadn't heard anything about that. I'm very curious to go into it, but that's based on
That's what he's doing right before the show interview, though. He's just probably working on it right then.
And he wouldn't give us no information, man. I swear, I got to find a better con for these guys you get on, Racer, to con this information that will get them shot for giving it.
Man, I can't blame him, man, because I know those movie producers will take everything you got. I remember one guy on Game of Thrones, he told a plot or something, and they kicked him off the show. You can't just do that.
Oh yeah, no, and we don't want to cause Bryan any kind of issues, man. That was a dope interview. Like I said, we'll get him back once that Postal show gets kicking off for real, ladies and gentlemen. But we got 2 things, gentlemen, we still got to do.
Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. Top 5.
Razor, well, do you want to start at the top 5 or I guess they're both kind of rough.
Whichever
right?
Rough.
We got them both.
All right, DKB, pick your poison.
I don't. We can do top 5.
Top 5. All right.
Top 5.
Since DKB,
top 5 deaths.
Yeah, he picked the poison of the top 5 deaths in comic book history. I'm gonna make Racer give his first.
Sounds good. All right, I'll go my first one. I'll go number 1 down. But my number 1 has to be Superman. That kind of changed the game for a lot of things. Superman. I thought that was one of the craziest deaths when I was growing up.
Right. Yeah.
And then number 2, I put Blue Beetle when Maxwell Lord shot him in the back, shot him in the head at the end of a countdown. That was pretty nutty. Ted Cord got shot in the face. I was like, that's a crazy way to kill a guy. Next, number 3, I'd put Ultimate Wasp, which I think it's called Ultimatum. The X-Men's Blob actually just ate the Wasp. That's how she died. I thought that was a pretty fucked up way to die, getting eaten by the Blob.
A little bit.
The Blob, it just has a picture of the Blob just getting ready to stick it in her mouth and just eats her. It's well, that's pretty fucking nutty. And then, even though he came back later, Jason Todd, he's my number 4 because I thought that was cool because, DC let people vote if they wanted to kill him or not, and they decided to kill him. So I thought that was kind of cool. They actually let the people vote. And then my number 5 was Jack of Hearts, which was an Avenger. He had to get killed, and he had to go into outer space before he blew up, so he wouldn't kill everybody with him, take everybody with him. But that's my top 5.
Nice.
I'll go next. Since DKB was the last one to show up, Racer, we're gonna make his ass go last with the top 5. Yeah. Man, I gotta say, look, and I don't know, I feel like my top 5, to a certain degree, is kind of generic. Whatever, fuck y'all.
You kind of have to go that way, though. I don't know. Racer picked some good ones, though.
Those were, there were some good ones, but oddly enough, man, there are none of the ones I picked. All right, the closest I've got to what you picked would be in the Ultimate Universe, when Peter Parker died. Look, that was fucking tragic. That shit about brought tears to my eyes, gentlemen. I'm not even kidding. Talk about, I couldn't
I kind of
save
got
Uncle
mad
Ben.
because my comic came in a poly bag, so I didn't open it up, so I didn't actually get to read it. Like that's a horrible way to end a comic book, is to have it poly bagged. So I can like I'm a collector. It's kind of shitty.
No, man, that comic was a great read too. Like, I mean, sincerely, there are very few comics I can think of that got me emotional to that degree, just because it's fucking. He's sitting.
I think
there,
I read it later on, but
Yeah.
like when it came out, I was like, I just put I can't read it.
Oh. No, that was so dope. Yeah, because, I mean, it's the whole fact he's like, I couldn't save Uncle Ben, but I saved you. Like, that whole line from Parker, like, it fucking killed me. So, yeah, that's honestly probably, like, my top fucking, like, that's my number one, right? Beyond that, though, like, Tommy, man, I'm gonna fucking butcher this motherfucker's last name, so I ain't even gonna say it, but Tommy from Hitman, the main character from Hitman. You know what I'm saying? Always wore the shades, had some fucked up eyes and shit. The way they took him out, that was crazy. And I think it was nuts that Garth Ennis created a character in the DC universe and then was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking murder him too.
I'm gonna kill him.
Right.
Like, y'all can't fuck with this character no more because he's dead. Which, whatever. And then I know we was talking Civil War earlier, man, but I gotta say that when they took out Captain America at the end of the very first Civil War, like the first, that shit was rough.
I have that issue. That was a crazy ending.
Yeah.
They actually added on after that. I'll tell you about it later, but what they did, that's a crazy part.
Oh, with the whole he's in fucking a universe and blah 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 and the Red Skull and the
the Red Skull brainwashed Sharon Carter to shoot him. That's who shot him, and just a whole bunch of weird ass shit after that. Like, sleeper cell shit for sure.
That was what you gonna get on some sleeper cell. We got, that's some other shit, ladies and gentlemen. But no, as far as with that, I think like the initial story was great, but then they fucking watered it down so much going forward. But like just that initial moment was very impactful. And then Lori Grimes, man, Walking Dead, because like you got a baby in your hands and boom, you're dead. Like, why the fuck's that baby alive in the series is all I want to know. That baby should be dead in the TV series. There's part of me that's got a problem with that, but that's a different story altogether. And then the last one, we got to go right back to Top Cow, man. That's Julie Piaz. Or no, Julie Pizzini. My bad. I mispronounced the fuck out of that last name, which is the Witchblade's sister. Which is what I brought up. We were talking about artifacts earlier, Racer, and that's I think it's like the second, third, fourth. It's one of the early issues in that series where Aphrodite X walks up to fucking Julie while she's got Hope, who is Sarah and Jackie's daughter, and just fucking smokes her, man. Like,
well, that's Aphrodite 9 for you, though. She's a cold-blooded assassin.
But that was Julie, man. I was Sarah's sister. She had Hope. That was just, it was wrong. It was wrong. Racer, or no, DKB, my bad. Racer already gave his top 5. I'm curious, DKB, we going to keep 15 original ones here?
I got one that is the same as Racer.
Ah, it's Superman, isn't it?
But it's my number 5. No, it's actually Jason Todd, Robin.
I kind of figured that would be. Yeah, he's a big Batman guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was pretty devastating. Number 4, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go 5 and 1. Number 4, I'm going to say Batman and Final Crisis.
Right. It's kind of crazy.
Because, yeah, it just killed off Batman.
Darkseid just Omega beams him.
3, I'm going to go with The Flash, Barry Allen.
Crisis of Infinite Earth.
You about had one that matched with me, but I decided not to put that one on my list.
Number 2, okay. Number 2, I'm going to go Phoenix. I can't believe nobody said Phoenix.
I did. That's what did this motherfucker pick everything I didn't? What the shit?
And my number one is it's a kind of crazy because the way it spawned off people. But I'm gonna say the Waynes, Batman's parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne, because if they wouldn't have got killed, there'd be no Batman, there'd be no Joker. I mean, all that shit. So, and I'm a big Batman fan, so that's gotta be the craziest death.
I really think DKB picked the best one out of comic book history that I would have never thought of. Because you're right. Without that, there's a whole character that doesn't exist as well as a fucking plethora of supervillains. Holy shit.
DC did a comic called Flashpoint where, like, Barry Allen ends up screwing up the time continuum, but instead of Bruce Wayne living, Thomas Wayne ends up living, and then so he becomes Batman, but he becomes like a pissed off Batman because they killed his son and his wife.
Yeah, like I'll shoot you in the face kind of Batman. Yeah. I actually read that Flashpoint, man. It was.
I think
good
they made
shit.
like an animated movie about it, or they're going to, or something.
There is a Flashpoint animated movie. I'm trying because I've watched it. I think it actually has Bruce Wayne's father as Batman, if memory serves me. It's been a while since that shit's been out like
that's
a
what
year.
it is. It's Thomas Wayne as Batman.
Yeah, Thomas Wayne. There you go. Sorry, I'm not the Batman fan. You are DKB. I don't know Batman's parents' names. I don't.
Martha and Thomas.
Well, that's why I said it.
Bat Dad and Bat Mom. My wife says.
I even know what they were watching The Mask of Zorro when they got shot. That's the movie they got shot skipping out on.
Yeah, because
right.
little Bruce got scared.
Right. If he would have stayed and watched his movie, he wouldn't have got killed.
So if Bruce wasn't such a pussy, his parents would have never died.
I mean, you can't blame him. He was like, what, 8 years old or some shit.
Yeah, 8. I mean, I was a pussy when I was 8 too.
But the Mask of Zorro, come the fuck on.
Yeah, I don't know why the Mask of Zorro was scary, but
it was the 20s. It was a different time.
Right.
That was before the slasher films that we grew up on.
It was 20s. It was.
We watched that. We watched that shit and laughed. He watched it and got scared.
But then why the fuck? Okay, well then, real quick before we go any farther into the verses, I want to know why the fuck did they never modify that story going forward? Because it's not like they haven't told the death.
That's continuity. That's continuity, man.
Yeah,
what? Yeah. Because comic book companies give a fuck about continuity, really, in the long run.
They probably didn't think Batman was going to be this popular. You know what I mean?
What's he supposed to make? Fried green tomatoes? I mean, why change something like that has nothing to do with anything? It's like it's just a side note. It's not like he changes like he's black now or something. I don't see the point of it. It doesn't matter. Only you wouldn't even know in that movie if I wouldn't have said what it was. I mean, it's the point.
Oh, hell no, I wouldn't have. Are you shitting me? But then again, like I said, I'm not. Look, when it comes to DC, man, I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan. Like, I dig the Flash.
We understand you, though.
Yeah.
You like Preacher. You like fucking Hitman. I mean, that's
okay.
DC.
That's some Vertigo shit, and also Garth Ennis. And when it's Garth Ennis, I don't give a fuck where it comes from.
Yeah,
I'll read it.
Ultimate Comics is Marvel Comics. It's the same. I mean, you'd be you, man. But I'm just saying, like, I don't hate DC. Like, DC didn't kill my parents, so I'm cool with them. I'm not a big fan of them now, but I'm not gonna hate on them.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I don't hate them, man. Go do what you do. And I mean, some of the films have been decent. Like my kid's a real big fan of Suicide Squad, and it's an alright film. But just overall, when I look at the comic book companies that exist, and by that I mean the larger ones, you know, Dynamite, Top Cow, Marvel.
Well, I
DC.
understand that, but DC was the first. Like, without DC, there'd be none of them.
I can't argue that point, racers. So whatever, let's fucking argue a different one. Yeah? Because what do, right? When you're in a dark fucking alley and suddenly you got Lobo on one end and you got Jackie Escato on the other. That seems shitty. And I made it a dark alley, racer. Now what?
As long as you make it. As long as I know that.
Is there street lights?
No.
That's a good fight.
Do you really think between like full blown darkness power between against Lobo?
Like I told you before, man, it doesn't matter. Whoever writing the story I can make Lobo beat fucking Galactus if I want to.
Okay, fair enough, but we're writing the story right now, racers. So I'm curious, just because I'd like to think we all know a good deal about those power sets, right?
I mean, sure.
Right? I mean,
there's always more you can know. Well, I don't know. I'm the one that makes the battles, so I'm biased. I know who I feel would win, but at the same time, I just try to make good battles so we have a discussion.
Oh, well, then let's start with you, Racer. Who do you think could take that fight?
I don't know. I'm probably going to say Darkness, but I can see the story on each of them winning. I mean, that's kind of easy. I could do it both ways. All you got to do to stop the darkness is have light around you. So, I mean...
Right. If there's no light, or I mean...
If there's,
is his cigar light
darkness,
enough? The aura of his cigar.
He can't make monsters when he's lights around him, so He's got a big flaw, but I think he's a badass. I think they're all both badasses. But I'd still think the Darkness would win.
Yeah, you kind of have to go with the Darkness on this, I think. But yeah, if there was light around, it'd be different.
Oh, no,
If it's
yeah.
Black Alley, I don't think it would be much. But Lobo is a badass, and it takes a lot to fucking kick his ass.
But
you know that... He can still beat Lobo and he can regenerate, so I mean, he could just it could be gone for a long time, but I feel the Darkness would win eventually.
Oh, well, whatever. You know, the one thing I love about the whole aspect of this battle is it'd be Jackie just trying to rip him apart and Lobo talking shit the whole fucking time. Yeah. Like,
Lobo's the original Deadpool, man. He's the original shit
Lobo
talker.
versus Deadpool, that'd be a funny one.
That's the one I always say in comic groups say, man.
Lobo versus Deadpool? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they both shit talking. They both regenerate.
Yeah.
I'd be way harder pressed to pick a winner in that battle than I would in this one. But I have to agree with both you guys. And my wife's like, Deadpool takes Lobo, but she don't know shit about Lobo, so that's besides the point, gentlemen. She don't know that. Yeah, so can Lobo. See, like I said, you don't know shit about Lobo, babe. It's okay.
Lobo can eat a big one because he's DC.
Lobo's the original Deadpool. Like I said, they got his shit from Lobo.
Oh, dude, all I know is my wife just said Lobo can eat a big one because he's DC.
Sorry, Bryan. He's Top Cat.
Yeah, he's top. Well, he does work for DC as well, though, babe.
Well, sorry, Bryan.
It's all good.
That's terrible. But no, I honestly, I have to agree with you guys, man. I really think when it comes down to it, I think Jackie's going to win that fight. And I think even if you started, like, introducing a bit of light, as long as it's not sunlight, as long as it's something that motherfucker can pull his fucking, 9mm, because he's going to have a gun. He's a hitman.
Right.
Yeah, so as long as he can pull a gun out and shoot the light, unless it's direct sunlight, Lobo's got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll have the Darkness move on. We got one more battle after that, and then we see who wins the whole thing.
Holy shit. Oh, that's going to be nuts. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to have one more episode with some kind of guest. We don't fucking know who yet. One more battle, and then
do.
what?
It's Dan Doherty.
Dan Doherty. My bad, man.
Yeah.
You, Racer, I'm sorry. I can't. It's hard to keep track of all these fucking shows with all these fucking interviews.
So cool. We got our next guest, though. October 4th or something, I believe.
I can check that right quick with my handy-dandy calendar and shit. Yeah, all analog.
I'll have that flyer out soon.
Let's see. That'll be the 4th. Yeah, the 4th of October. You are. That's what we'll have. Yeah, we'll have a little bit more interesting shit.
Said he'll be traveling to New York Comic Con. He might have some people riding with him, so we might have a few more guests.
That'd be pretty dope.
Hell yeah, man! It's always a good time because the more, the merrier, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to No Fucks Given Radio, yeah. Gentlemen, anything you want to add in?
I'm good. I think we got everything covered.
Oh, I'm good.
Number 7's in the book.
The Waynes died and created a genre, and the Darkness moves on.
Right.
Wait, what?
The Waynes died and created the fucking...
Hey, I didn't catch Wayne's. My apologies, DK.
The Waynes, man.
The Waynes, man.
The Wayne brothers.
Yeah, that's true. Why you gotta kill Marlon and fucking... That's rude, man. I don't know what the fuck.
Goddammit.
Hey.
Respect the Waynes.
What are you talking about? Me respect the Waynes. You're the one killing them and shit.
I didn't kill them. I'm just pointing out.
I just buy the comics. I didn't kill nobody.
Yeah. Don't let them lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. These are the Supah Smash Bros, and I'm pretty sure they're prone to smash some shit. Whether it be the Waynes brothers or fucking this shit over here on Super Motherfucking Nerd-tendo. Yeah, in FGR, that's right. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Smash Bros. By those Supah Smash Bros. Have a good night, y'all.
Later.
Fuck everybody not down with the the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros.
I smash killer, infect is that killer. I blast pistols, them black millers, I'm back killers. I stack Skrilla, pack swishers and accents. For that sickness, the track wicked, I rap vicious. It's that feeling, the demon devil's reject. Fuck the fame, spitting game for the respect. We wreck, we threats, and we next. We hexed, we cursed, but we blessed. Defects, outcast, black rose, black sheep, black Jeep, black rose, mad flows, stay lit, my sack drove, stack dough like James Smith, I'm dead though, Smash Bro, I'm crushing, what you think I do? This for my people who drank a few with a reason to, Cathedral View, they say this what that evil do, I ride illegal with a Desert Eagle, middle finger you,
fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. A-Squad, we two of a kind. We keep it gutter like we made up a slime to shine like a shooting star. Race the excess cash and I'm gonna go far in the bar. And I order a double. I got something for you but not looking for trouble. Subtle, I'm drinking like a funnel, about to go off, don't pop my bubble. Rumble, like we up in the Bronx. Big boss status when we up in the Fox. Blocked, followed by a taunt. Super Smash Brothers every time my foot stomps. Stop, Light City go. I always keep my hustle and I hustle with my flow. A Smash Bro, I'm always on the go. I won't stop rapping till the whole world knows. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Project Born, they down with the Smash Bros. Mastermind, he down with the Smash Bros. Schizo, he down with the Smash Bros. Suicide Pact, and they down with the Smash Bros. DJ Moog, he down with the Smash Bros. Dirty White Mike, he down with the Smash Bros. Hell's Heavyweights, they down with the Smash Bros. Jack Boy D-Pain, he down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Fuck everybody not down with the Smash Bros.